the dragon and Zulu head. Everybody else is a tank and spank.
Do something to stop me, or would you
Even Zulu head was pretty easy, bro.
Yeah, all we had to do was
enraged.
Yeah, you just gotta get the heck away from the Kaido.
Yeah, dude, that's so free.
Yeah. And honestly, he hit you while you were he was enraged a couple times, and it wasn't that bad for you anyway.
That's what being an adult is.
That's because you're armored out of your mind.
Yeah, I'm good gear now.
Yeah, you get really good gear. I gotta get Jingo his chest piece tomorrow.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be stoked on that.
Yeah. I'm not. I mean, I would wear it, but that fucking Blackheart armor is sick.
Yeah, you got your good piece.
Oh shit. Forgot about the Free Wind Brave. It's post right outside Free Wind Post. Oh, okay. I gotta wait for him. I gotta go through the Centaur village real quick. Got the go around.
The big stick, dude.
The big stick.
15. Jingo would like the big stick, dude.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he definitely love that big stick.
I know 3 for Scrubby. Oh, the Dark Moon ring is sick.
How may I aid you?
Nah, you're not gonna get there. You're in stealth. You're not coming out of that. I know you. I know how you guys operate. You're no threat to me.
Oh, the lesser mana pot. I'm fucking buying one of those right now. That's huge.
Nice.
Getting that early.
Been expecting you.
Mm-hmm. Trying to get all possible flight paths
Ancestors watch
over
over
the side. All one I haven't gotten is Desolus. But I'm not ever going in that place. I hate it.
What brings you here?
I hate that dungeon even more. I know you guys like it, I just can't. I can't bring myself to enjoy that thing.
Or what?
Maraudon.
I like princess runs. Princess runs are chill.
Mm-hmm. But going through the whole thing.
Yeah, I usually only do that once. I do that once so I can do princess runs, you know?
Yeah.
Get the staff and that's all she wrote.
I hate that. I hate that place.
Different now.
Go for rocks though, dude. Oh yeah, it's coming. It's almost here. We're on the way.
This creature.
Bro, we
Two
can
more
just farm
levels?
the graveyard, dude, and just get good XP.
Yeah, we can.
Farm the graveyard and reset.
Yup.
This guy's name is
We're so-
Anime Gooner.
We're so close though to ZF. I'm excited. So close to getting the thing that I want the most. There's only one sword that I ever want in this game. That's that one. That one sword.
One of those ever escaped glass halfway in.
Do they have Does the raceway actually work? No.
I've seen players racing.
That's so cool. Oh boy. I have to do that at one point now. Yes, it's time for me to go to the place I like the most, to Shimmering Flats. I love that zone so much, man.
What? You serious?
You could also quest in the Grim Reaches, that's a really nice place.
Yeah, true.
There's not a lot of quests that we can do there yet, but there's some of them that are at our level. Shimmering Flats obviously is perfect.
She's not ready.
Paralis has some quests. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, we should do Shimmering Flats with the Horde homies, dude, because we can do those together.
Yeah.
Assistant chat. He sends that. In combat. Yes, he breaks rules. He takes risks. Maybe that's why he's so far ahead. But that's not science. I don't care how rich you get. It's not is or it isn't. Quantum mechanics.
Oh, Sand Moon Village is next to Steamboat Port.
Theoretically, yeah, but we took the minds of children and put them in synthetic bodies. That's not theoretical. And if we did this wrong, best case, got a bunch of AIs running around thinking they're human. Worst case, we killed 6 kids. It's not something we're looking at. And, just worried. Yeah. I want you to hear that. Not X. Scientist, that's your husband. I do. I don't need to fix the protocols. Reevaluate the risks. What do you think about what's... Maybe small soon goes to hell. I don't want to be...
Oh, they have Emerald Sanctum there already? That's pretty neat.
Hail. Go.
That's pretty cool. That's a place that I've always wanted to see. For Hyjal. The crater from the original explosion.
It isn't possible in your machine.
That seems like a pretty fun place to
Why
go.
did you say that?
What brings you here?
That's not fair.
No.
You
In
just
in
too young
Warcraft
to have a
3,
child.
the reason why the Night Elves lost their immortality was because they had to blow up their world tree.
This one you know just saying.
Because Archimonde, one of the demon generals of Sargeras, descended upon them and tried to basically corrupt it for his own purposes. So rather than letting him corrupt it, they blew it up.
Where's it at?
And him along with it.
Good news.
Where's that at?
It's in the Mount Hyjal area, which is a brand new location.
You've been busy.
Normally, you'd only be able to go to Hyjal if you were playing Cataclysm expansion, but they put it in this game.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, so.
Base
I don't
turtle.
remember. Yeah, and turtle.
Turtle's based.
And the way to get in there is, I think the Dark Whisper Gorge. There's a
We shall
cave
meet again.
that lets you go in through there. Yeah, I think that's what it
Can you
is.
tell me, do you know the baby's name? God, please, no.
Oh, can you play Paladin Undead?
No, I wish.
That would be accurate to the lore, though.
There's also
It would be accurate to the lore.
processor.
There
If I
are
could do
undead
that,
paladins
I
in
would
the
be
lore.
playing it.
Because theoretically, the undead should be able to be any class that humans are.
Well, here's the thing. It's not just that. It's because undead are able to be priests. Priests follow the light. If the undead are able to follow the light, that means that they should be able to be paladins as well. So why can they not be paladins? That begs the question.
Oh wait, I can't even play paladin unless I'm fucking
Alliance, yeah. But I mean,
Yes,
you could play the high elves, which are basically the blood elves anyway.
Yeah, you could play mage if you want to on Horde. It's up to you. Be a goblin mage.
Or orc mage. Zug zug.
Yeah, or
arcane
orc
magic.
mage, dude. Yeah. Can't do that in classic.
Yep. That doesn't exist.
Do you know what Parker's hardcore is? That's like low level. Is it? Is he playing Horde?
It is.
Yeah, he
Who?
is.
But it's not just the size. I'm talking about the
Me?
onions.
Oh, he's playing
Parker.
Goblin, I think,
Oh,
right?
Parker? Yeah, I think he has a
Mage.
horse person. Oh wait, no, he does. My bad. Forgot he's doing a hunter.
It said no.
Got a torn hunter. So we've got Shimmering Flats and Dustwallow Marsh and Grim Leeches to do. Okay. Anchors, Edge.
We'll talk about that. Really great.
Is anyone playing Alliance at all or no?
Yeah, I am.
Me too. I have a Horde and Alliance character. I have a couple of Alliance and Horde characters.
I said no.
I have a Tauren Druid and a Undead Rogue. The Undead Rogue's gonna be my PvP guy, and the Druid's gonna be a hardcore dude.
Speaking.
You can play PvP as hardcore, but you'd be like if you died, you would be dead. That's it. So I'm only doing my PvP guy as a softcore, so I can just keep going. Probably do some Kuman tomorrow. I'm just gonna try and get this guy to 150 and then I'm gonna go to bed.
Oh, what's happening? Okay, and I have that too. If it's a boy, what do you think about Trevor?
Wait, how do I change to the hardcore?
Yes,
When you're making your character, it's at the top right under challenges.
we have him. Guys, I was meant to be meeting Mr. Cavalier. These gentlemen are walking. We'll get back to your room, okay? Can I keep him?
You guys turn on all the challenges then?
Nah, we just do hardcore.
Talk again soon, okay?
That's it?
Yeah, I mean, you can do other ones if you want. It's up to you. I wouldn't recommend it though.
Back to her room. Secure the door. Tell the supervisor we have a level 3 and tell me what to do. Yes, ma'am.
They're all just bullshit, never mind.
Money to see me? We might discuss your future with this company. My unit, sir, specifically Rashidi, Siberian, are they okay? That information is confidential. To be completely frank, so is the information valid?
Marcy, my sister's name's Marcy.
So you believe she's not okay?
She has her memories, her sense of humor. Doesn't it make her Marcy?
Actually, that's something we'd like to know too. From you.
From me.
We'd like confirmation from someone that you know well that the transition was a success.
She thinks she's my sister.
What do you think?
I think this conversation's over.
It's a condition of your employment that you answer questions put to you by a superior.
Well, then, correct.
As this is a private island, we'll have to leave one first shuffle back home. Confidentiality, you understand? I should tell you that if you're no longer employed by us, then all contact with the unit you call your sister will be turned. Now, also, as your body keeps reminding you, you have a new line. Whilst it comes courtesy of the Prodigy Corporation, it isn't free. You could.
Yo, what's the name of your character, Ben? Saj, into the guild.
Redeploy and paid off with a life. Or simply go home
Let me see.
and we'll bill you.
Did you really download my sister's consciousness of that body?
It's two different questions. One is practical and the other, well, that's the real existential crux. And I should add the difference between $1 trillion business and a blanket with strings. A word? An invention that no one wanted. So, are you still an employee of the Prodigy Corporation, or shall I have security removed from the island? No. Thank you. Nickname.
I'm gonna take her off.
Be clear about something. Prodigy made a comment. The unit you call your sister is the property of the Prodigy Corporation. She's a prototype of a transhuman product which, once refined, will create human immortality. This makes it the next evolutionary step between our animal past and our transhuman future. It's the universe in which you get to take her home. Are we clear?
She's still a human being.
No. She's not. Not anymore.
What's that?
I don't know. Sounds like a mix of bad luck and loser.
Good day.
Supposed to meet with Sylvia.
Have a seat. Drink.
Pretty fuck yeah, dude.
Using my life side environment.
You have. Wait. You crocodile, and now you can walk.
He was hurting Joe.
Oh, alright, the brother. They're saying David.
You shouldn't have cut them off then.
But they said that.
No. No. We feel like they cut you open.
Or stuck to my face or drank my blood or popped out my eyeball and rode into my brain. I mean, it was addictive, you know, so why not just cut them open? Should we let him stay? The front? Give him access to all this? You?
Please. He's nice.
It's if you're like brothers. That guy down. Oh, mothers, you know, always telling us what to do. What does he want? He taunts the others.
I think we should send them back.
Okay.
Toward me, and I see his eyes on me, and I think, oh, and I panic, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, he knows what my car looks like, he can get my license plate, like, I felt like I had just screwed. So then one day I am grocery shopping and I see him and I'm like, okay, well, this is a common place to grocery shop, so okay, well, he must live here and go shopping, like, okay, big deal.
I remember her telling me that she would go to the gym and she would see him there. And she would be lifting weights and she'd look in the mirror and see him on the treadmill with trash bags on, just sprinting.
So many people go to this gym. It's the most popular gym in Traverse City. Like, there's no way it's only because of me that he'd be here. And how would he know that anyway? Like,
I said, Sam, you have to switch gyms.
I felt like I was a little bit going crazy sometimes because I just felt like I was seeing him a lot.
He was everywhere, and she had to learn to ignore him so that she wouldn't lose her mind entirely, I think.
Playing soccer one day and he's playing against me and somebody passes the ball to space and we're both running toward it. He's faster than me and he beats me to the ball.
Christopher was overly aggressive with Sam, just coming in out of nowhere, not slowing down and just running into her, almost to like just put a body on her instead of go for the ball. It was not normal behavior.
He turns around and looks at me and sticks out his tongue. He's like, ah. And I'm infuriated. Like, I felt like no matter where I played, it was just always in my area, and I just kind of broke down. Like, I subbed out of the game. I feared that I would never be free of him.
He's ruining her one passion, which is soccer. He's just infiltrating her life in every way possible. It is just, I think it's devastating for her. He was becoming more and more, not just aggressive on the field, but in trying to be near us, to be near her. So his behavior had definitely started to escalate.
So comes into Elk Rapids, and she stays at the same apartment we used to live in college. So I said, hey, let's go grab a drink. There was like a Pride event, and go look at this like drag show. as soon as we sit down, I go, oh my gosh, get a load of this. It's Christopher leaning against a pole, like 14 feet from us.
Christopher's not gay. He doesn't have any friends, let alone any friends who are gay. There's no reason why he should be at the exact same place as us right now. And I immediately said, like, let's get out of here. Like, Sam, let's go. And she said, no. I want to sit here and enjoy a beer with my friend. Like, he can't take this from me. And that broke my heart. Finally, we finished our drink, and I said, okay, so like, let's please go. I feel so uncomfortable.
We jokingly say, like, well, we can go back to the apartment, and there's like a rooftop, and you can watch the sunset. It's really pretty. And if he tries to follow us, we're up on the rooftop, and we're going to see him coming. It's perfect.
I go up on the roof, drinking wine, and chatting. Neither of us told each other, but we were both scanning the premises. And I happened to glance over next to this alleyway next to my apartment, and I see two scurrying past the alleyway.
Christopher looked around when he was walking down the street a lot, like he was looking for me.
And at that point, it means like a switch flipped, and I got up, I ran downstairs, and I just screamed. I don't know, screamed, but I said, Christopher, get the fuck over here. What are you doing? What are you doing in Elk Rapids? So, well, I can't go home because I'm drunk. I'm like, you're not even drunk. Why are you following Sam? And he said, I haven't talked to Sam. I haven't said a word to Sam in 8 years.
I'm like, should I go down there? I don't know, but I'm like, I don't want to leave my friend alone with him. He's beat people up before in the past. And I have my phone, and I open up the keypad, and I dial 911. And I don't call, I just have it sitting there.
I said, then why are you following her? He said, I'm not following you. I said, well, you're everywhere. And it's weird. So stop. And if I see you again, I'm going to call the police. I was terrified. I called my family. I called all of Sam's friends. I said, I'm really concerned about this. This just happened. My family was afraid for me. They said, lock your doors. This person isn't safe. Sam sees Chris out in public, the more she gets concerned. She is a little more on edge. She's more irritable. She's very dismissive when you try and talk about it. People were concerned for Sam at this point. You have to get on the PPO. We will all write reports. There's no way that they can deny this evidence.
It's frustrating for me. I had the gut feeling that I did not have enough evidence.
Christopher clearly has no sort of social skills. Where does he find it acceptable to draw the line? We all thought that Christopher was a psychopath.
Robin had suggested, do you have any protection in your home? Like, do you have a firearm? Like, what's to prevent him from potentially trying to break into the home? And I said, well, like, all my windows and doors are locked. My friend had gotten me a Ring camera. I kept, like, a really sharp hatchet. Like, it was, like, sharp to the touch, like a knife, right under my mattress. I felt better having a weapon. It's an easy access thing if something goes wrong in the night. And a friend had come up to stay with me and hang out for the long holiday weekend.
we went to a bar. The first conversation we had was with Sam telling us how Chris followed her the other night. And Carissa, classic Carissa, she goes off on this guy. 30 seconds later, who walks in? Chris walks in. We all sing our heads. Holy hell, this guy's trash.
I see Christopher sitting by himself with his phone out, directly behind me. There's just no way. How is he here also? And I'm scared. And I say, hey, can we leave?
I gotta make this stop. As soon as I got next to him, you could almost like see him tense up. I remember saying his name. I said, Chris, I know you're following Sam. I know what you're doing. I know you're stalking her. Then I got into the names. I was like, you piece of shit, you asshole, stop following her. I was desperate. I wanted this guy to like get the fuck out of here. I wanted him gone. I wanted him dead. Once we got back to the bar, we knew who he was tracking.
That was the first time we really kind of brainstormed, like, how could Christopher possibly keep showing up at the same places?
Like, is he driving by her house? A tracker was so real, I didn't want that to be true.
There you go, movie.
So I cleaned out the inside of my car. I looked around by my windshield and like my hatch. Like I'm not a mechanic. I don't know what does a
For
tractor even
nearly
look like.
7.
We kept digging until our flashlights died and until our shirts were dirty. Unfortunately, I didn't find it.
Christopher had beat people up before in the past, and I was fearful that Christopher would do that to me if he got angry. I decided I needed to try to get a PPO, and I needed to try to get proof, but I didn't think I had enough evidence to really get another restraining order.
She felt confident that she didn't have enough evidence for a PPO. When we felt certain that she did, we were all scared and feeling very urgent. Like, Sam, we need you to do this.
Something has to be done. This guy's a weirdo. This guy's capable of hurting somebody. He's gonna do something violent. He's a monster.
I got in touch with Devin, who is an assistant prosecutor, and said, can you help me with the PPO? Christopher had smartened up. He never tried to even talk to me or get in touch with me, so I feel like it's going to be tough to prove. And she's like, I don't know, I think we should try.
I'd be scared if I was Sam. I didn't want to freak her out, but I wanted her to start taking steps to protect herself.
I am honored.
Stalking can be very dangerous. The obsessive nature of a stalker can lead to murder.
I filled out the paperwork. I actually met Devin at the courthouse and formally filed it.
We also attached her previous personal protection order. I wanted it to be shown that there was a 6-year personal protection order, which to me is unheard of for a first time.
When I was at the office, I specifically asked the clerk, I said, if Christopher were to come in and inquire if there was any petitions filed against him, would you be able to answer that? And she said, no, that information is confidential. I felt hopeful. There's an assistant prosecutor helping me file this. Like, she must think I've got enough. What's the harm in granting it? Friday, check mailbox, and I opened the letter and it says the petition was denied.
Glad I could help. Hurry back.
Because it appeared myself and Christopher have a complicated relationship.
Yo. Hurry back.
I was very upset. I remember just cranking music in my car and driving out to where I was meeting my friend. I felt so defeated. And it felt like a slap in the face.
The sheer testicles of this guy to follow Sam to the county clerk's office, go in and ask if a personal protection order had been issued against him. And then what does he do? He goes to Menards, he starts building his bunker. That's when he took action.
I was shocked and worried for Sam that the PPO was denied. What you're essentially telling her is you don't believe her. The people that are supposed to protect her have failed her, and there's nothing that can be done about it. If Sam is going to get stalked and not get protected, then who will? I think it's definitely a comment on society about how hard women have to fight to be believed. How easy it is to just look the other way.
I need to really double down and almost stop this person to prove that he's stalking me.
He knew where she lived, and I had no idea what he wanted with her. That combination of things was terrifying.
I don't know what his intent is. If he wants to hurt me, it's just this ticking time bomb that I couldn't do anything about. It was a Friday morning. I heard noise. I heard like the squeak of a floorboard. That sounded like it was just outside my bedroom door. I could see some sort of shadow that wasn't normally there. And my heart starts racing. My mind shoots to the hatchet I kept under my mattress. In that second, someone storms into my room and jumps on me while I'm in bed. And I begin screaming, hoping that someone would hear me. And I feel his hands around my throat, and he begins to choke me. And it gets tougher to breathe. I just think he's gonna kill me. Recognize immediately. It's Christopher. They go unconscious. So I kind of like, take a gasp of a breath, and I just hold my breath, and I go limp. And he lets go of me. He binds my hands in handcuffs and binds my feet. Look at him, and I say, if you want to rape me, just do it. He says, I just want to talk to you. And I said, I'm all yours. You have my attention. And he says, not here. He shoves this ball gag in my mouth, and he pulls out black Gorilla Tape and starts putting it around the ball gag in my mouth and all the way around my head and my hair multiple times. I just feel like a prisoner. He picks me up. I'm trying to talk to him through this ball gag, and I'm thinking anything to slow this down.
Alright, I'm gonna hop off.
I'm cold, I need shoes, I need pants. And he says, we don't need them where we're going. We approach my car. He puts me in the back seat. I'm being kidnapped in my own vehicle. This whole time I just think, God, please somebody be outside seeing this. Surely this doesn't look normal. Someone has to see me. So I don't see anybody. Once we leave my house, the likelihood of me surviving this experience goes down drastically. This really becomes kind of a fight for my life. He stops the car and asks me to lean forward, and he ties a bandana around my eyes so I can't see anymore. But I know the neighborhood, and I begin counting the turns.
Glad I could help. Talk to me. Keep it real. Hey,
When the car stops again,
keep it real.
I tilt my head down and try to look out from the top of the bandana and just see what I can see. And it's still dark, so I see like a garage door. Christopher gets out of the car, he picks me up again, and we kind of take a couple steps and then we crouch. And I can smell lumber. Then I can hear that I'm like in a more enclosed space. And then we go through another threshold. And then he sets me down on this soft surface and takes off my bandana. Look around and I'm in this tiny 7x7 little room. See like these soundproof patches on the wall. So no one's going to hear me scream. And I glance over and I see metal rings on the walls. And I just think, oh my God, this is like a horror film. I tell Christopher that I can't speak, I'm thirsty, my throat hurts, I've been screaming. He sits on the bed and he says, well, let's get this off. So he rips the tape from my mouth and my lips just are on fire. But the tape is preventing the ball gag from actually coming off my head. And I say, like, do you have a knife? Like, I don't want him to have a knife, but how else am I going to get this tape off? So he starts cutting this whole ball gag off me and eventually frees it up the tape. And I say, you want to talk? Let's talk. He says, well, I didn't just bring you here to talk for the day. You're actually going to be here for 2 weeks. He says, I've taken vacation and we're going to spend some time together. On the inside, I'm just freaking out. There's no way we're going to talk for 2 weeks. And I try to hold back tears. And I say, okay, what are we going to do for 2 weeks, Christopher? He says, well, I have a deck of cards. He shows me the big water receptacle he has. He shows me this pot plate. He has canned goods. He opens a bin that has peanut butter and jelly, crackers. He also handed me a pair of black pajamas. I put them on because I didn't want to sit in my underwear. Ask him, how are we going to use the restroom or clean ourselves? And he gestures to a bucket in the corner and says, well, I've got a bathroom set up. We're just going to pee in a bucket for 2 weeks in this room. And I say, well, people are going to know I'm missing.
Have a good one.
And he says, well, I think I'll keep them occupied. I plan to take your paddleboard and leave it out at Lake Michigan and let people think maybe you drowned. And that will keep them busy.
Time is money, friend. Talk to me.
Maybe have the day before people start to raise eyebrows about where I am. Is he gonna panic? Are things gonna get tense? Is he gonna kill me? Questions just flood my mind. And he says, you know, give me a minute.
What's up? Glad I could help.
And
for real.
He leaves. What if he just leaves me here?
Maybe. He's just active now. Oh my gosh.
It feels eerily silent. As much as I don't want him there, it's terrifying being in that silent room alone. He's the only person who knows I'm here. Think, am I gonna die chained to this wall? Is he going to rape me and kill me in this room while it's in daylight again?
Yeah.
Oh. Ha.
Okay. And
Fight the
I feel simultaneous anger. Like, haven't I been through enough in my life already? Why would this happen to me too?
Oh my god, it's empty.
I push those thoughts away and I just think, I need to stay focused. If I'm gonna get out of this, it's gonna go with my mind. I can't fight my way out. Like, this guy is faster and stronger than me. I need to stay calm and think. He returns. I first hear the garage door open, and then I hear it close, and then I hear the outer door open and then close. My best chance of survival is to talk with this person and stay calm. I say to him, let's talk. If that's what you're saying you want to do, then let's talk. I'm a social worker. I can talk.
Just that's why she waited.
He asks me specific things, like, who was I with when we went camping?
Hey, how you doing?
On this date.
What's up? Have a good one. Be good.
What was I doing in Glen Lake 2 Thursdays ago? I answer him truthfully. I think he's testing me because he already seems to know the answer. He reveals with some pride that he has a tracker on my car. He showed me the app on his phone that he used, and anytime you leave your little neighborhood, it alerts me, and I see where you're going. And he revealed he also had trackers on my roommate's car and my friend's car. I asked him how long he'd been doing that, and he said, maybe a year. And he said, well, I had to wisen up. Christopher is a psychopath. He is someone that I can't use normal logic with. And I try not to react with disgust. And I say, oh my gosh, babies. I decide to ask him more about this space that he has me in. Did you build this? And he says yes, he built it himself. And he kind of takes pride in building this structure. He tells me, I kind of got this idea for this bunker from watching that show, the TV show You. The show You is about a good-looking young man who becomes obsessed with a woman, and he essentially kidnaps her and keeps her in this glass room, which Christopher says wasn't logistically possible. He had looked into it. This main character is this psychopath. He ends up murdering the woman, and you're related to this person. I note the sheets, and I say, my middle name's Beatrice. Did you pick these sheets out on purpose? And he says, yeah, I know your middle name. I thought they were cute. I felt like I was living in two minds, one where I was pretending to be this unbothered person who was catching up with somebody I hadn't seen in a long time, and this other person who was convinced they were going to die.
I got what you need. Keep it real.
Christopher revisits when he first saw me again at soccer, and he says, you looked at me like I was a monster, Sam.
His money, friend.
He was hurt.
Hurry back.
I think he's like opening up. This is interesting. And he says, I just wanted closure. I just wanted to talk to you and clear the air. And you never gave me that chance. And I said, I'm sorry. I misread this whole situation.
Time is money, friend.
That's when I
keep it real.
Decide I need to try to convince him that we can be friends. And that what he's done up to this point isn't a big deal. Afternoon, he pulled a piece of clothing out of this tub and he says, there's something I've really wanted to give you, and maybe it's kind of silly, but I've kept it all this time. And I say, oh, you got me something. And I think, oh my lord, he's giving me a gift.
Talk to me. Keep it real.
He pulls out this Red Wings jersey, and on the back it has my last name on it.
Oh, do I have a deal for you?
I actually got this for you
Glad I could help.
when I bought those Red Wing tickets all that time ago.
Well, spit it out.
Christopher initially bought those tickets in college for my birthday, and I told him I never wanted to go to a Red Wings hockey game with him. He says, I know that we never made it there, but I've held on to this and I want you to have it.
And I say, thank you. This is so thoughtful. It felt like a time when he was like kind of vulnerable with me and really showing me his feelings, and that was a way I could show him acceptance and ease his mind. And I said to him, you know, maybe after all of this, maybe we can go see a Red Wings game sometime. You know, maybe we can be friends. I think, okay, I have this foot in the door.
Yeah, what do you want? Be good.
He says, I'm really sorry I did that to you this morning. I just had to talk to you, and I thought you would never talk to me unless I did something like this. You would never give me the time of day.
Got the best deals anywhere.
And I said, no, I would have. Had you approached me? Which isn't true. I never would have talked to him. He had stalked me. He has this moment where he says that he's scared of prison. And he says, I would never survive in prison. I think I could get in a lot of trouble for what I did today. He's panicked. He realizes what he's done. And I think, okay, well, he's motivated to not go to prison. How can I use that? I said, yeah, you probably could. But it's not too late to undo this. I brainstorm out loud with him. I say, well, maybe you don't have to go to jail for any of this. Christopher, if you will let me go tonight, I promise I will not go to the police. And he says, I don't believe you. I said, as a social worker, I'm really good at keeping people's secrets. The police are going to come looking. We can't undo this if this goes on longer than tonight.
Time is money, friend.
Yeah, what do you want?
And I can tell he's thinking about it. He's considering it. And he says, I think what would really convince me that you want to be my friend and that you're willing to keep that secret is if you sleep with me. And I just think there's no way. There's no way. And I just say, Christopher, you know I don't like you like that. Like, I'm seeing somebody, I don't want to sleep with you. He says, I see. Well, I think that's the only way I can really trust you with this. And at this point, he says he needs some space. I think, oh my gosh, please don't leave because I feel like I'm so close to getting you to agree. And I worry if he leaves, he's going to come back with more resolve. I think this person's capable of killing me. He holds the key to my life in his hands, really. This maybe is the last real opportunity I have to be alone with my thoughts and really figure this out. I search this room and see what else is in here. I don't see anything sharp that I could hide and stab him with. There's not a screwdriver or something I can try to take off the locks on the door. Not any way out of this. You know, if I say no, is he gonna rape me anyway? If he's set on that, what's to stop him? He could tie me up. That sounds a lot worse to me. And I decide within myself that when he returns, if I can't get him to agree without the clause of sleeping with him, that I will if he can promise me that he'll let me go. I just was gonna have to do that. That's what he said. Lord. Christopher returns. I ask him, so what do you think? If I promise to not say anything, will you let me go? He kind of doubles down and says the same thing. I said, you promised me, Christopher, that if I sleep with you, you will let me out tonight. He said, I will. And I said, shake me on it. And he looked me in the eyes and shook my hand. And I knew enough about Christopher to know that his integrity is important to him. And I was banking on that. He said, well, is there like a tipping limit? I'm thinking, this guy says he hasn't had a girlfriend in a long time. This might be a quick endeavor. Christopher apologized and said, well, I masturbate like 12 times a day, so this isn't, I'm sorry, this may take a while. He leaned in and kissed me, and I just felt myself go dead inside. This act goes on for quite some time. I mean, it was painful, and it became too much. I just broke down and I cried, and I shook, and he asked me, he was like, are you okay? I didn't want him to know that I was reacting to the experience and that I was disgusted by him and terrified.
Right back!
And I didn't want him to get angry. When everything was finished, he said, that's all I wanted for so long. You cannot imagine how long I've thought of that moment. You're the person I'm supposed to marry. My stomach turns even just thinking about that. Like,
hey, how you doing?
Okay, Christopher, like, I've held up my end of the bargain. You need to let me go. And he said,
have a good
okay,
one.
I'll take you back to your car. Let's go. He opened up the doors and I realized we're like at the back of this storage unit complex. Like, there's woods next to us. It's dark and cold. There's stars. And part of me thinks, I thought I would maybe never see the world again. And when I walked around the car to get into the front seat, I see my paddleboard, like, in its backpack carrier. And I was like, he wasn't lying. Like, he legitimately was going to fake my death. We kind of made some small talk. It was a short drive. He pulled into the parking lot, and sure enough, there was my car. Hugging surprisingly felt like a victory. Like it was kind of the seal on this whole big lie that I'd made him believe. And I was just so thankful. I survived. I did not picture myself surviving through that day. We need to get to the hospital. But because Christopher's tracking my car, I turned around and drove back home. Someone needs to drive me to the hospital, and Melissa comes to my mind. She's my neighbor, so she's close. She's someone I trust. And I ran into my bathroom and locked the door, and I called Melissa.
Sam called me, and her voice was not her usual confident self, I would say. It was kind of emotional, shaken up.
There's a good chance that Christopher followed me back to my house with some regrets all of a sudden. I asked Melissa, can you come as soon as you can? And when you come to get me, will you park at my neighbor's driveway and stay on the phone with me? And she says, yep, I'm going to grab my coat right now. And I'm just thinking, if he happens to be around and see this, is he going to want to kill me?
She said, we have to hurry, we have to get out of here right now. And then I was like, what the hell is going on?
The whole time we're in the car, I'm just like panicked, looking in the rearview mirror.
She was explaining to me how Christopher had come in and attacked her in her bedroom. And it was just unbelievable, like, the whole situation.
There's a lot of shock going on, like actually saying it out loud, telling somebody I've been kidnapped. The drive to the hospital was only 15 minutes, and I go up to the counter and I said, I need a rape kit. Through this whole process, my back is to the door, and so I'm glancing over my shoulder and thinking, he's going to burst through this door at any minute.
When I received the call, it was 2:30 in the morning, and I was kind of half asleep when I was given the information by the supervisor, but I did question whether or not this was actually valid. I've been working as a police officer for 19 years, and I've seen a lot of things, and sometimes it's not always as it seems, but sometimes it is. Especially the sex crimes. And when I first walked in the room and met Sam, before she even said a word, when I looked at her, I could just see the look in her eye. I knew this happened. It was hard. It was hard. It was hard to look at her right away. My first thought is my own daughter. I have a 25-year-old daughter, close in age to Sam, and I have to do everything I can, and it has to be done right. Is it an actual storage unit?
It's a storage unit that he spent $5,000 at Menards building. It's got soundproof square, those rigid soundproof square things on the walls, on two of the sides.
And you said it was the units were B as in Victor?
It's at the back with B6 and B7, I'm pretty sure. They're next to each other.
Sam was probably the easiest interview I've had. I was just in awe of her, the way she told her story, the details that she gave me were so important.
He says he doesn't want to go to jail and he would rather the police shoot him, so.
Does he have weapons? Did it say?
He has a rifle and a crossbow.
I'm gonna make a cool call. And I felt bad. I had to stop her a few times during the conversation to call my supervisors to tell them this is what's going on. We called in detectives to get information about this guy because we didn't know much.
We're in what we call the war room at the sheriff's office, and Detective Matucci walked in, and all three of us turned and looked at him and said, "Mike, is this for real?" And Mike immediately looked back and said, "It's for real. This really happened."
We needed to find Christopher as soon as we could. We're very concerned about what he's going to do, and we need to get him in custody as soon as possible. The plan was for me to start writing search warrants for phone pings for Christopher Thomas's phone so we could try to locate him. And I also wrote a search warrant for the storage units that Sam had described to us.
I'm exhausted. I haven't eaten or slept. My body hurts. And I just want to go somewhere safe. Devin arrived at the hospital to pick me up. And Devin took me to her house. I had never been to her home.
Sam was quiet. The reality hadn't set in yet, and Sam was still in shock. And I just
My girl's watching some shit Ireland.
I realized I needed to continue contacting people, any friends or family I thought could be in danger. So I called Robin. The phone call was very surreal. I was deeply affected by what she just said, but I just had no idea what to say. I remember I started crying, so my body was reacting, but my mind was like still processing.
We're playing Turtle Wow.
Just like this montage of all of these moments leading up to this.
To this day, I wish
I've got my first ever
I wish I
World of Warcraft character in hardcore that I'm playing.
I still think about when
on like do you play for it, like stay for it, or is it on the Turtle Wow?
Sam shares 99%.
It's Turtle Wow.
I just start.
Oh yeah, nice. I'm starting one
I feel
level
so
1
helpless.
goblin.
I feel like a terrible
Are
friend.
you on hardcore?
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
What about you?
What do you say?
Yeah, me too. Like I said, I've died one time, but it's my first time playing the game.
Have a good one.
I just got to level 10. I got my pet.
What race are you?
I had the search warrant, so
Hunter.
we went right to the storage unit.
Talk to me.
We didn't know
Yeah,
if you were
Torrin
hiding in the
Hunter.
bunker. We didn't know if there were booby
And
traps.
I'm doing
or
Beast
anything like
Mastery.
Christopher, if you're inside, let us know, ma'am. My dog come find you and he will beat you. Call out to us now if you're inside.
Yo! Keep it real.
there's like an entrance little thing here.
There's this box. It's exactly how Sam described it to us, and I'm like, holy shit, this thing's actually here. I couldn't believe my eyes. When we realized Christopher wasn't there, that's when the evidence collection started.
Sandbags, right all the way to the ceiling there.
Yo! Keep it real. What's up?
Sandbags not completely.
Be good.
Time is money, friend.
You could see the soundproof panels that she described all over the walls.
So to give you another view of the inside.
Key packed insulation in the roof, insulation on all the sides. He really wanted to make sure that nobody knew that they were in there and that nobody could hear Sam as she was screaming.
There's 3 hooks in the wall.
I could see the metal fucks on the walls, and it just gave just a bad feeling when you were inside of it.
So it's 2x6 construction. Second door, which is the exterior.
So as soon as I saw Booker, I just want to find him. I want to find him, and I want to get him into custody as soon as possible. I knew that Sam was in fear for him being out there, and the longer that he was out there, the more fear she was going to be in for not knowing where he was at.
I don't know if friends or family are safe, or that they would be used to try to get to me, or that he would hurt someone. He's out there and he's capable of murdering, I think.
That's how it all starts.
Think if you kidnap somebody and chain them to a wall, you have no boundaries.
I'm glad you're here, Parker.
Even if you think somebody is creepy or crazy, you can't actually fathom that they would
Filled with
build a
bleed.
bunker for somebody in a storage unit. Like, this is next level.
Did you surpass level 6?
No. Level 6, and then I started a fucking mage, and then I died. So
there was going to be no end unless bars.
Wait, what's his deal?
Wait, what happened? You started a mage and then you died?
I began getting information from the cellular company first.
Why do you keep dying, bro?
My
It's kind of
specialty
hard
is
to hear
cellular
with
analysis.
whatever's in the
It's
background.
not pinpoint to the location, but I can get pretty close to where the cellular
my ghost was watching the TV.
I actually can't
I was able to
understand
determine
not
the
gonna
area
lie.
where I thought I had the highest probability of being able to find that better. We broke up into separate groups and we began driving.
Is that better?
Talk again?
I was driving down Road Street. It was the first road that I had driven down, and out of luck's chance, I
No,
looked
it's
down
because
an alley.